weather's left you feeling a little bit hot under the collar, Phil Vickery is in our alfresco kitchen with 3 delicious ways to keep you cool.
But I want to know what delicious ways you keep cool in the summer. What do you like to do in the summer?
I do drink lots of beer.
Yes.
And I do quite like sitting down about 5 o'clock and have a nice gin and tonic or a beer, sat in the garden. Just nice. I'm, you know, I'm a man of simple pleasures. You know, what about you?
Booze, essentially.
For me, it's my garden, because I've got, like, this awning. I don't like to be too much in the sun like I am now, literally burning, because I have got really sensitive skin, so I have to use loads of factor on my skin. I just like chilling out. Always a little... I've got a mini barbecue like this, so I like to put my little sausages on there, burgers. What about you? Oh, swimming.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Down at the ponds yesterday.
Was it lovely?
To see if I can get it, yeah.
Are you going to go today?
Might do if I get time.
Yeah, get out there.
Does your butler bring you your drinks, or you get them yourself?
I give him Friday off, Phil. It's an absolute disaster. Complete anarchy, as you can well imagine.
Right, here we go. Here we are. Look at here we are to start with. There's some ice berries there, which we'll come on to. Then we've got little tiny an ice cream there, no churn ice cream, which is very simple to make. And also, we need to talk about Mars bars. Now, I'm reliably informed that apparently in Scotland, and I'll be corrected if I have to be, that apparently you chop a Mars bar and put it in the freezer, and that's meant to be a done thing. Now, I've never had a frozen Mars bar.
I do it to Snickers. I do that to Snickers.
You remember the advert?
Absolutely love it.
Really?
There was a whole advert for cool them in the fridge.
Really?
Mars bars,
no, but this is a freezer.
Ways,
This is a freezer.
Cool them on a summer's day.
Yeah.
Ice cold.
I thought
get it.
I thought
Cool.
they deep fried them.
Cool.
You're going to sing the whole song.
Cool.
Love it.
So anyway, so you've got one to try if you want there.
So this has been frozen.
This has been frozen.
See, I totally get it.
Yeah, me too.
Obviously, this has been sitting in the sun.
But surely it'll...
So right now, it just tastes like a normal one.
That's the degree, isn't it?
It's just a normal one, but yeah, I totally get
Right,
that.
let's talk about the ice cream. Now, there's 2 ways or 3 ways to make ice cream. One is in a machine. One is using a boiled sugar method, where you have egg yolks which you whisk and pour heated sugar onto a sugar solution, and then you put cream in the freezer. Or you can do it this way here. Now, I did this recipe a long, long time ago, and it's very simple. It's a meringue. Okay, so now if you look on the eggs, there's a little lion stamp. And if that lion stamp on the egg is on there, it means they are salmonella-free, they've been vaccinated. So you can actually use them for certain things like this.
And
now,
most eggs lie in standard.
They should be, if they're produced in the UK. Sometimes when they come from abroad, they're not, so be slightly careful.
Okay.
But it's very simple. Here I've got a fruit puree, try and say that when you're drunk, a meringue here, and also double cream. Now, when I'm making ice cream...
Have you bought that puree like that?
Funny you should say that. In here, I have a bag. You'll see this is a bag of frozen fruits of the forest. I used to use blackcurrants frozen, which I think are beautiful for desserts, because when they defrost, they almost break down. You get a beautiful colour and flavour. You can buy these are what they call frozen fruits or fruits of the forest. I'm not sure that a loganberry frozen
forest is my favourite.
Yeah, me too. I juice with those as well. Just put them
absolutely.
They're lovely.
And also smoothies do very, very well. So that's the base. Now, any fruit with you. I've also got here fresh raspberries or strawberries or even blueberries work the same way. So all I've done is made a puree, and that's liquidised them with a little touch of sugar, not too much, a little squeeze of lemon, and they give you a nice thick sauce. Any fruit puree will do it.
Lovely.
In here, I have 4 egg whites, which are whisked up with about 150 grams of any sugar. OK, that's there. And double cream. Now, when I'm making ice creams or desserts, I use double cream. If I'm using sometimes things like cooking for fish sauces, I use whipping cream, which is less fat content, so you get a smoother sauce. Great tip here, if you whisk this cream and it loses its shine, that means you over-whisked it, and if you carry on, it go to butter.
Oh, really?
Now, if you do accidentally over-whip it, put a couple of tablespoons of milk on, put it in the fridge, leave it for 10 minutes, and fold it back, and it will come back. Wow. Don't put more cream in.
How do you know if you've over-whipped again?
It loses its shine. It goes very dull, and you'll start to thicken, OK? So don't put this cream in it, just put a little bit of milk and it will come back. So here's very simple. So you put the puree onto the meringue.
So that's the healthy.
Yeah. And then you add a little cream. Okay.
Double cream.
Yeah,
double cream.
What can you use single cream for?
No, you can't, because A, it doesn't whip, and also the fat content is so low, it's about 8%, that you won't get that lovely soft feeling. Now, if you taste that ice cream now, you'll feel that it's soft.
I might have already started.
Well, you might have already started.
Like, had half of it, I love it. Right, I'm going in.
Let me just show you this. While you're tasting that, and you just what they call whisk fold the puree into the meringue.
That's delicious.
Yeah, and it's honestly,
my goodness.
it's a few simple ingredients, so you'll see that it incorporates. Now, don't go too mad, because you don't want to whisk out all the air that you've already put in there to start with. And you'll see it's as simple as that. And then what I've got here is a £2 loaf tin that you just pour that into the loaf tin like that. And you cover that with cling film and pop it in the freezer. Best overnight, but up to 3 hours, something like that. And you'll find, because we've added the right amount of sugar, not only in the puree but in the meringue, it won't set. The two things that don't freeze are sugar and alcohol. So if you want to make a softer ice cream, a little touch more sugar, alcohol, you don't get the crystals in it. Now that one there, you should be smooth as anything.
Oh, it's so good.
Right. I love it. Now, when that's frozen, I've got one here. I was going to cut this one now for you. So we show this one here.
Oh, that must be so fulfilling, just making your own ice cream.
So lovely, isn't it?
Telling your friends.
And you don't need an expensive machine.
Also, it always tastes like, would that be like a parfait almost?
Exactly. Parfait just means smooth, yeah.
So would you say don't even buy one of those machines, those ice
Oh, no, they are good.
cream makers?
No, they are good for certain things, I have to say.
Think about
If you look at that there.
Wow.
Look at that, you'll just see that.
You
If I
could
turn
make that
round-
into like a Viennetto, couldn't you?
Yeah,
But-
totally.
But what you got here, see, there's a little bit of ice crystals there, but not a lot. But that's because it's nice and smooth.
Oh,
Look at
I
that,
love
to break
ice
it up.
cream. And
Now,
that's
machines
so
are really good. They are quite expensive.
Yeah.
And they do churn, so you get a very rich, deep ice cream.
My problem I have with my machine, I've lost a couple of pieces at the moment. So,
Have you?
yeah. But you've got to put the machine in the freezer sometimes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There's a tub that you should put in. A lot of the expensive ones now, you just go from the start. But
I wouldn't be able to fit it in my freezer. There's too much in there.
Yeah.
But doing it that way, now the other way you can do it, as I said, the recipe's on the website. It's egg yolks, 5 egg yolks, and you boil sugar water solution for about 5 minutes. It's 125 grams and 150 grams of water. Pour it on there and it cooks the yolks. Whistle to go cold,
Wow.
folding.
That's
But
delicious.
this is the easiest way, right?
I think it's the easiest way, and it takes a bit of elbow grease, but that's fine.
Now, you're about to make my wife's
Right.
favourite dessert.
Now,
Really?
Yeah, she absolutely
now
loves it.
this recipe came from the Ivy restaurant 15 years ago by, I think it's Alan Bird, actually, was the chef at the time.
So I'm just taking the iPad out of the sun because it says temperature is too high. So I'm just
okay,
going
fair
to
enough.
put this underneath.
Critical temperature.
Don't stand on them. Just,
Shall I put it in the cool?
Yeah,
Put it
okay.
over in there. Put it in the cool.
Well,
It's really hot. It's overheating.
So it's a very simple recipe, and
Yes.
again, we're using fruits of the forest, which are frozen berries. Okay,
So much easier as well. isn't it?
Absolutely. So you've got red currants, you've got blueberries, you've got blackberries, loganberries, raspberries, and then you make up a sauce. Now in here, I have a mixture of white chocolate and a little touch of cream. Now you can use single cream for this one because you don't want it to be thick.
single cream, just double cream with less fat.
Yeah, 8%. So single cream is about 8 to 9%.
So like I'm double cream and you're single cream.
I'm
Do you know what I
totally
mean?
whipping cream.
No, you've got less fat. So
That's
I'm double
18%.
and you're single.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But bear in mind, clotted cream is 50 to 55% fat. So that just shows you how. You know. So in here I've got a single cream, which I've added to a little touch of vanilla.
Yeah.
Melted it, and then with the berries are frozen.
Yeah.
You then spoon over.
But they've got to be frozen, right?
Yep. And the whole point is
You
the
don't
hot.
defrost the berries.
Yes, or it partially will. So you still get that almost like warm kick. But
That
you
looks lovely, doesn't it?
It's very, very simple. It's easy. Now, to that, I will add a few amaretti biscuits, which we'll just break up. You got yours on your...
What is that? Is that a ginger biscuit?
No, it's an almond biscuit.
Ooh, an almond.
It's a light almond, almost like a...
Should we get involved?
Yeah.
Yeah, have a little taste, see what you think. Sprinkle those on top, just to give it a bit
Really
of crunch.
Lovely.
And then, finally, a little bit of zest, a little bit of fresh lemon zest on there. And you can even, if you really, really want to, just add
So easy, isn't it?
Oh,
a little touch of
and
lemon.
it's really refreshing, isn't
Yep.
it?
So if I put a bit
It's
on there.
so,
Do
so
I help you put it on there
refreshing.
as well?
Oh, yes, please. Thank
A
you.
little squeeze on there. Like that, I'll put it on here. So that's
Absolutely
very simple.
delicious.
The origin to this dish, because this is, like you said, it's one of those great kind of, like, this isn't the Ivy restaurant.
It is. That's the they
It's
invent well.
obviously a special occasion, but
Yeah.
it's just,
I think they invented it about 15 years ago. I think it was, and everyone's tried to emulate it since then. And I think it's one of those things which, if you want a go-to dessert, which is
Yeah.
really easy to do, not too much hassle, last minute, and it absolutely works. It can do as well.
what's amazing about it is
And so quick.
that the sauce kind of defrosts the fruit,
Yep.
and the fruit kind of congeals the sauce. So you've got that lovely kind of combination.
Just
Yeah.
getting that little bit there. But going back to the ice cream, you'll see that's melting now. But you'll see that sugar. I can't explain it enough. That sugar, getting it right, is the texture. It's absolutely delicious. But So,
absolutely.
so we're up to the weekend, Dermot. What are you doing? Oh, you're on radio tomorrow, aren't you?
Radio tomorrow, yeah.
Are you going to do your dancing? Yeah. I love when you do
I might
dancing.
dedicate one to you.
That's my favourite time of the day. When you come live on Instagram, that's the best thing ever.
You're the first person to like it, and I do appreciate that.
Everybody likes it. What are you on about?
And then I'm off to see Harry Styles tomorrow night.
Are you? Oh, very nice too. Very nice too.
In Wembley, and then hopefully see what happens on Father's Day.
Oh, yeah, happy Father's Day.
Just
Happy
remembered.
Father's Day to all the fathers out there. What about you? What are you up to?
I'm going to go and cut my grass, and then I'm going to go to the pub.
Oh, lovely.
Absolutely
you,
incredible. I think I'm just going to be in my garden and I'm going to turn the jacuzzi down.
Good girl.
Turn it down to cool.
Get that
gonna be amazing.
underwater heating
Yeah.
as well.